A quick update about this community and a very important question that I was asked, which was as follows. Didn't you have a community a couple, 2 or 3 years ago called something like Perfect English or something? And what happened to that? And it's a really good question that I'd like to address here. This video will go over what happened to the last one, what's different this time, and a little bit of the differences in details between the two similar sounding things. So for recap, a few years ago I had my first attempt to do a membership site, an English speaking community or an English learners community, and it was called Perfect English, or was it called Perfect English? That was the question. And it was, looking back, I realized the mistake I made was trying to be everything to everybody, and in this case you end up being nothing to nobody. So that was the first mistake. But basically what happened was the German taxman put a spanner in the works. So you may or may not know, but I work and live in Germany, have a German company that I use when I do training courses for German customers and translations, etc. Also done translations for companies in other countries, which has never been a problem. But the problem came with doing this membership site, because I was no longer dealing with companies, I was dealing with private individuals. And that's okay as long as I'm in Germany. Now, this confused me, and I had a lot of backwards and forwards with the tax people. And I said to them, look, if I'm selling bright, colourful socks, I can sell them to anyone in the world. And they said, yes, you can, but you're not selling physical products. You're selling a service. And as such, you don't land in this modern part of the tax code. You land in the so-called telecommunications tax code area. And this from what I can tell, this is it needs updating, and it was written at a time when telecommunications was like 2 tins on a piece of string. And the only way I would be able to legally, cleanly do it from within Germany would be to say I'm dealing with someone in Bangladesh, as an example. I would have to open a Bangladesh subsidiary. The subsidiary would deal with the local people in Bangladesh, and my company in Germany would deal with a subsidiary. Ditto 200 other countries on planet Earth. And I was like, no, this is absurd, it's ridiculous, and I'm not doing it. So the only option I had was to close it. That was it. So yes, sounds like I'm giving the German tax man a bit of a hard time. But if I think about it, sort of in the clear light of day, I see that most of the blame is with me, because I just didn't do my homework and find out what the situation was first. So the question is, why is this different? Well, this is different because the company that's running it is not in Germany, it's in England. So every year I go back to England, I visit friends and family, and whilst I was there a couple of years ago, I started talking to an accountant and asked them the questions I should have asked here. So what's the situation with selling services to private individuals? And they said, yeah, no worries. And so the long story cut short is I now have an English company called Smudgers Limited, for reasons you may or may not understand. If you don't get it, ask me and I'll explain it. And that is why the pricing for the new community is in UK pounds, because the company is based in England. Now, this is not a hack, this is not a fiddle, this is perfectly legitimate. It's a public company. You can see it on Companies House. There's me, I'm allowed to be a director. Everything is clean and above board. I pay the taxes in England. So the German taxman misses out on those, but I'm sure they'll be able to cope. And so that's basically what happened. So in the meantime, I've now got an English company. The English company will be running this membership. And the other thing that's different with this membership is It's less pre-recorded online stuff and more live sessions. There is pre-recorded material you can watch as often as you like, whenever you like. This will be added to according to your requirements. So if you need something specific, just let me know, it'll be added. We still have the community, the forums with the people that you can interact with, go online for a quick chat. But the main difference is these live sessions that are with me in person, as it were. So that's a short recap of what happened with the old one, why it had to stop, and why this new one will not have to stop. In the description below, it's going to be very minimal, just a couple of links. The first link is to the information website about this new community if you want more details. And the second link, which is perhaps more important, is the link to register your interest in this new community. Because as I explained in a previous video, I want to get the ball rolling on this. And so the first 10 people to join will get it at a ridiculously discounted rate. I mean, a cup of coffee in Starbucks will cost you more. Okay, and this is per month. And if you go annually, you get 2 months for free and just pay 10 times the monthly amount. So we're talking about for the first 10 people, £5 a month, and it's not just for the first year or the first month. That is your price. It'll stay at that. Yeah, you won't get price hiked later. And then you can register your interest for that. And when it goes live, the people on that list will be the first people who get the information that it's live and will have sort of first refusal. And then I'll give them a few days. And then I've got another group of people who will get the information next. And after that, another group of people, and so on. So these people who register, and all you need is an email address. You won't get spammed. I won't use it for anything else. But you will get the first dibs, as it were. And I think it's worth thinking about. Anyway, that was answering the question that I had. Please let me know if you have any questions. Use the comments below. I'll answer them. So hopefully, maybe see you in there. So bye for now.